Okay, so should we talk about KRAUT's new project?
Oh, if we must, go ahead. You know that more than I do. I only saw the page when it first came up, and a load of SJW YouTubers were tagged in it, and I thought, this is a bit fishy. And I let one of my friends know who's better versed in this kind of stuff because I didn't really stay in touch with the whole Kraut fiasco. But take us away, mate.
Okay, so it's quite simple. I think we know that this is KRAUT running this new Twitter account called Alt-Right Leaks because the spelling errors in the tweets match his typical spelling errors that he would, on his what was his doxing server thing. So, and also I think the whole character of it just feels like him. And many of the posts are from German alt-writers, which he then translates. And so, for example, the way he misspells harass. I think he does it with 3 S's or double R or something. I can't remember the exact mistake. Extremely, he misspells. There's a bunch of other words that he often gets wrong. I think he's got dyslexia, to be honest. Which it doesn't mean you're a retard. It just means you fuck up spelling sometimes. Like a friend of mine couldn't write for shit at school, but was incredibly intelligent, really good at physics and whatnot. So I'm not saying the Kraut's a retard. I actually think he's quite intelligent, but this attack just says so much about his character that he's now started a Twitter account and he's asking people for, do you know about any illegal activity committed by members of the alt-right? Please contact us. And he's got an email address, and it's pretty lame. I mean, the guy should just quit.
On the offensive, how's it going? Are you talking about me? Are you saying that I should quit? Thank you, you bastard.
Hello?
Hello, do you hear me?
Yeah, I've invited Coach Red Pill on to wade in on this.
Coach Red Pill, what do you think? Do you think Alt-Right Leaks is KRAUT?
Oh, I know it is. First of all, I just want to say hello to both of you gentlemen, and Orwell, thank you very much for having me on. It's a pleasure. I can't stay on long because it's 20 to 2 in the morning here in the UK. So I just wanted to stop by and say hi. And I was hopping up and down in the live chat, and you started talking about this subject. So yeah, it's funny as hell. What do you want me to say? It's just wildly amusing and very embarrassing, I would say, because it's so obvious.
Can't quit, can he? He just can't give up. And it's like, how dangerous do you actually think the fucking alt-right are? Like, give it a rest. I think it's all pride. I don't think it's because, I mean, nobody in their right mind is this scared of the alt-right.
Well, I beg to differ. It has nothing to do with fear of the alt-right. He's got nowhere else to go. Okay. I mean, like the both of you gentlemen have other stuff in your lives, and apart from the fact that you have perfectly spotless reputations, both of you, you have other stuff going on in your lives, right? You've got, B school and all the rest of it. You guys are doing stuff with your lives. YouTube for you is a hobby, and fun. Sometimes you get a few shekels here and there, but it's not the main source of your income, and it's not your life. But this individual, this is all he has, and he just spectacularly committed suicide, career suicide, and now he's like a zombie trying to come back from the dead. And
was it his career before? Was his YouTube channel his sole form of income?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was. So yeah, I mean,
that makes what he did even worse. I mean, what an idiot.
Yeah. Making good money from his Patreons because he was getting money per video, right? And he was doing these videos. The anti-alt-right videos were just a complete colossal waste of his time and talent. Because look, regardless of what you think of the guy, I think he's just scum. Okay, I mean, for those of you 2 people who don't know in the listening. He gathered doxing and smearing information about me specifically. He targeted me because I made fun of him. And anyway, he was a talented guy. He is a talented guy. He's a very talented guy and a driven guy who, threw away his talent in this rabbit hole and just is and is now making a fool of himself, because I don't think that anybody who knows the thing about the alt-right leaks doesn't realize that it's Kraut, And I also caught on another sock puppet account he has. It's called Schickel Benz. Okay. And I don't know how many sock puppet accounts he has, but Schickel Benz. Remember that name. I'll try to find it real quick here on Twitter, but it's just sad. What do you guys think? I mean, what would you do in his shoes?
Oh, well, I think I'd apologize. I think that would be and admit that race is real. I think that would probably be the best course of action. Just go, look, I was wrong on the science. I don't hate anyone of other ethnicities or races or whatever, but I accept human evolution and population groups differ. And I'm sorry, I've been an idiot. I'm going to get back to talking about Islam and crazy leftists, and I'm still going to criticize the alt-right because I don't like their ideology or whatever. But I think that would be the best course of action. But maybe it's too late, because it's very hard for people to forgive a doxer. That's the thing.
Yeah. And like what happened in that when it came out, the whole server thing, he was targeting a whole bunch of people who have not only huge reputations, but are very well respected. For instance, he was targeting Black Pigeon Speaks, Aiden Paladin, Blonde in the Belly of the Beast, Stefan Molyneux. Stefan Molyneux, that is, why would he bother? And do keep in mind, he had hooked up with this New York Times reporter, and she was a big deal. Amy Harmon, a two-time Pulitzer Prize winner, 2 Pulitzer Prizes.
Wow.
The vast majority of journalists don't even get 1, and she had 2 in her back pocket, right? Big-time reporter in the New York Times, and she was paying attention to him. So you have to ask yourself, what had he promised her? And my suspicion is that he promised her all the information he'd gathered on all these alt-right people so that she could do a big smear piece on these people.
Yeah. Was she in the server as well?
No, but she was in touch with everybody on the server. There are screenshots around of.
They had to write little bios, didn't they, for her?
Little self bios, yeah. It's just absurd, By the way, I just put on the chat to you guys, but not on the live chat. I put what I believe, but I cannot confirm, is another sock puppet of KRAUT's. You guys check it out, and if you suspect that as I do, that it is a sock puppet account, say so, because it has those spelling mistakes and those grammar mistakes that are so KRAUT's. It's really funny. But anyway, it's just sad. I know, but I have to tell you, I have to ask you, what would you do if you were in his shoes? 27 years old, with no marketable skill, and the one thing that has gained you, some good bank, is something that you have completely ruined. What would you do? I mean, you'd go away for a while, sure, but would you come back? I mean, I'm asking.
I'd definitely come back. Like, he's got at least 35,000 people, of his subscribers, right, who are still supporting him, who really like him. That's why not come back and then win over the other 30,000 or so who liked your content but think you're a dick now. I mean, I think he amassed around 100,000 subscribers, right?
No, at his peak he was 132.
132. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, so he made very watchable videos. I used to watch him back in the day. His videos on Islam in Germany. It was interesting. He'd talk about what was going on in Europe. And it was the kind of news that I wouldn't pick up because it's obviously from German publications and stuff. And I quite enjoyed listening to it. I also I didn't mind his voice. I know a lot of people do, but I thought I didn't mind that. So if he came back and made videos and just said, sorry, I was a bit of a cunt, like, I won't do that again. I don't know. Like, I'm not as mad with him as you are, Coach. So, like, I mean, he only attacked me very mildly.
Oh, he attacked you too?
Yeah, I was in the intro to some of his alt-right videos. He cut something out of my video just to sort of put me in there with Millennial Woes and Tara McCarthy. And I think the quote was that, look, if you're honest about race, you're just trying to understand the nature of reality. This is the point I was making. in a video, and it doesn't mean anything political. You know, I mean, if you want to use this knowledge to influence the kind of immigration policy you support, fine, but you don't have to. You can still basically be an egalitarian or an individualist and say, well, I understand that group differences exist, but I believe in treating everyone like individuals. So it's not really going to influence how I look at the world. I'm still a liberal or whatever, which is like what Sam Harris did, right? He just went, yeah, this is true. He's still a lefty, and he doesn't want to discriminate against black people or anything. So, yeah, I think, fuck, I've lost, I was going to bring this back in a circle somehow, and I've lost my way. Oh, yes, he took a clip from where I was talking about that and basically making that point and put it in the beginning of one of his videos, like, yeah, actually, this guy's lying, and he doesn't actually think that. when no, I actually do think that, and I'm not saying anything bad. And so it was just like, because I attacked him on something and said, you know, stop being a cunt.
Yeah, he's a guy who's like he never forgets a slight, no matter how minor, you know. And I just, you know, I thought he was just pretending. His accent, everything about him, I thought he was just a big fat liar. And I guess that was just a bridge too far. I mean, he couldn't handle it. So, oh well.